time, I actually have horrible installation. So the AC is great. Installation, garbage.
Oh, that's sad.
But you know what's not garbage is Cynic is going to be cracking out the Singularity on classic Suffo Pit. I am super excited. I don't think I've seen... No, it has been a full season since I've seen Singularity on Suffo Pit. Double tapping the inside of the main... Or shack... That's an interesting idea. Make sure you always have...
I've seen a lot of
it.
Hux players do that.
Oh, they're setting up the 3-gen. What kind of 3-gen? Which kind of 3-gen did they have? Great Corrupt like last time. Great Corrupt, but interesting.
Great Corrupt, and you might argue that that might be the better 3-gen to go for, but I think you're better off protecting Shack's side when you're Singularity. I think it's easier to access.
I think I would actually agree with that. I think there's a little bit less trees going on at the very least.
Also, the main building for Suffo Pit is awful for Hux. Awful.
Yeah. Oh.
So, like, stay a mile away from that if you can.
Absolutely.
I think Hux is one of my favorite killers to cast over. And that's because oftentimes I don't actually know what to say.
That is fair, and looking like they're going to be taking chase with Ace. Will they get the hit through the window? They will. Ace smartly going to the Suffocation Pit side, and Hux actually going to commit to this chase just for a little bit. Maybe try and get Slipstream going. Get the tag. If they can follow this up really quickly, it's going to be nice. Oof. But, oh, EMP coming in from the Renato. Great rotation from Sorrow Survivors team.
Love that. Love that.
That's the thing is, I don't know if they're going to let you play this on a 3-gen side. Either that or we're setting up for a 45-minute game of Dead by Daylight. Ooh, Nia is in there, though.
Is there a server timeout time on custom matches?
There it is. There it is. And hopefully we don't jinx it and it happens, because I don't want to be the one that has to make that decision.
Oh, geez.
But, you know, hopefully it doesn't come to that. And, again, Singularity doing a good job scouting around, but not able to get line of sight on anybody just yet. Looks like they do find Nia rotating around Water Tower. No, it's the Claudette, but she has an EMP. Getting the teleport to her immediately, though.
Oh, that's huge.
Absolutely. Teleporting across, but not going to break the pallet. Get immediately back to the T. They will take a tag, though, for their effort. Ace has been reset in this amount of time. Sloppy Butcher going to be, definitely taking some time off, but is it going to be enough in the end? They have taken their eyes off of Shack for quite a bit. I don't know how that's going to affect them. Trying to get a teleport, but not going to line up, and they actually do seem to commit to getting the teleport on them through the back. Great shot.
Nice mind game there. I just realized how big of a buff it was for the Killer Instinct on the pods, on the slipstreams. Wow.
Absolutely. They do know that Nia's over here, but I'm curious if a Pain Res is going to hit it or not. It's like Nia was ready for it, so Pain Res.
They're slowly losing their 3-gen, though.
Yeah, they have time to walk all the way across back to the other side. You're right. They're switching 3-gens possibly.
I think they have to. Oh, everyone's so on the other side doing gens. They have to switch at this point.
Ooh, they get the teleport on Nia, though. We'll chase her out, but Sprint Burst is going to get her some distance.
Ooh.
Not going to commit to this chase. Sorrow's actually got a surprising amount of pressure right now. I don't think... Have they dropped a pallet? Have they lost any of their resources?
I think I've seen one pallet drop.
Yeah, you're right. There was, and they teleported after it.
Yeah.
Getting another tag on Claudette. Yeah, I think they're just going to go for the tunnel out.
Over the old Pally tech.
Getting a tag on Ace. EMP coming through, though. Reapplying towards Ace, and there's the first second gen down already. Yeah, they have to switch 3-gens now.
That was actually a brilliant move on the Survivors' part, because this 3-gen is going to be a lot harder for this for Hux to oversee.
True. Getting a tag on the TNL. Teleport coming through, but Nia once again with the EMP rotation.
Oh my goodness.
These Survivors are so good on these rotations, coming in with an EMP at the exact moment, and a potential body block. Nia getting slipstreamed as they vault through Long Wall. Missing the teleport,
Oh.
but getting it through the long wall. Unsafe pallet coming in, and not going to go for the break either. Killer needs pressure right now. These survivors are going crazy. Third generator going in middle.
Oh, no.
Now there's not even a 3-gen necessarily to speak of.
I think is it fair to say there's maybe a little bit of overcommitting?
Well, the issue is at the beginning, it felt like it was undercommitting. And now you might be right. Like, I don't know. I don't know exactly where this went wrong for Ultra, but things are not looking good here.
Oof. This Nia is playing this long wall like an absolute pro. Like
They
a
really
champ.
are. And not able to land a slipstream on them makes it even tougher. Getting a shot over the top. Nice placement from the biopod. Missing the teleport, but missing it, not getting the second time. There's the haste, but yeah, about to say Nia just pre-drops this. You can zone her out. I'm actually surprised they're not zoning her out more. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
And now going corner, second hook will be coming in, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Nia's happy to have this in the corner, because if we look at our gens, looks like Renato might actually be heading... Actually, okay, so not what I would have thought. 70% on Ace's gen, about 50% on Claudette's gen, and this might be a pain res coming in. I honestly thought Renato was about to run to the exit gate to get ready, but...
This is still a bad spot for our hooks here, though.
Oh, absolutely. This is not where you want to be.
We're at 2 hooks.
Are looking around. And again, to the Singularity's credit, you can kind of treat some areas like a 3-gen, but the survivors have played so efficiently thus far. Slipstream is on Claudette. They can teleport to there if they need. This will be second hook for them, but that means also that there's not going to be a pain res. And yeah, as they force the pick here, make sure that Ace is able to finish their generator.
Yep.
Reset coming in on Nia in the
boy.
meantime. Now, I say you needed a survivor dead long ago, and honestly, it might have been the mistake going for Nia instead of just committing to the tunnel. That might have also been the issue. I don't know.
I would have committed to the tunnel, get that extra pressure in there, because the Nia played those loops like beautifully. The predictions were amazing.
Yeah, Nia went ham on that chase. They had the Singularity's number. Ace,
My
50%.
goodness.
Nia coming in for a
We
potential...
could be looking at a 4 out here.
I don't
Maybe.
think it's going to be a 4 out. I think it's going to be a 3. And the reason is I think they let Claudette die for this generator.
Do they, though?
Renato is going to be sneaking in just in the event that they might be able to unhook. But they're not going to go for the unhook unless they see the Singularity absolutely leave. Yeah, and they've left, so yeah, they'll get the unhook now.
Yeah.
And Killer will be able to keep this gen from firing too early, but...
Oof.
Say EMP ready to go, and now it's going to be... Yeah, it doesn't work anymore.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
but they have a side one in the back that didn't get EMP'd.
Oh.
Might have been missed. But I say, did they remove the tech where you could go between a disabled one and getting a no cooldown? Did they remove that tech, or did...
I think they did. They did.
Okay. That's unfortunate. I actually like that, but one of the few times it would have been relevant there. Oh, another...
Yep.
Dude, the EMPs are insane!
Oh, they're on absolute point.
They see it, but it's not going to be time to stop it. Taking the hits.
Oh.
Body blocking an ace. Another hit coming in. Renato is the only one healthy. But I'm about to say, how do you try and get this snowballed here? There's just nothing. I think you have to go for a fresh survivor. Find Ace, find Renato, get them down, kill them, and just get some points on the board.
Yeah, at this point, it's just about getting as many points as you can.
Claudette. That's the last person you want right now, actually.
Yep. Like at this point, the match has gone so poorly. You want to maybe risk it for the biscuit, leave Claudette on the floor, go try to get one more person.
These exit gates are
everyone.
actually really good for Singularity, though. They might be able to apply enough pressure that it makes it hard to get an exit gate open here, but it's not going to be impossible. Survivors can definitely cat and mouse these doors open over time, but maybe the Singularity can force maybe 1 or 2 mistakes and get some extra stages here. Actually, these doors are insane for Singularity.
Well, these doors are, like, if you look at them, they're insane for pretty much any killer.
Well, with mobility.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, this is something. Nia's like, yeah, sure, you can have that, and they see the other side of the map is being worked on. Oh, they get the teleport though.
Ooh.
This is a fresh hook on Ace.
Oh my God.
Okay, and we see Renato too. You can push Renato out, but Claudette got picked up. That means, yeah, they can still
Fresh
make this
hooks
work.
are the world right now when you're doing like when you've had a match like this.
Absolutely. They get the teleport on Renato. That means they might be able to get the hooks on Nia. They might actually be able to get an additional 5 stages total from these 2 survivors.
Yeah.
Because Nia's where they
my
take 2
goodness.
hooks. Ace is fresh. Singularity pulling out the 2K out of nowhere. What a crazy endgame.
Which is great because our Hux needed that 2K right here.
They absolutely did. Still, though, Renato getting out fresh is going to be huge to the survivors. That's a 9-point differential already from the normal point differential. So, let's see. -6, -1. So, Singularity misses out on 7 points. That's going to be 17 to Singularity. And that's going to be 4 points to the survivors. So, it's going to be 17 to 14 in the end. But honestly, for how awful the survivors like treated the Singularity for the first almost 4 to 5 minutes, the fact Singularity is able to make a comeback in that endgame is remarkable. Because survivors were just dominant.
That was insane.
You know, as they say,
I'm
they had
still
us in the first
reeling
half.
over how well that Nia ran those loops.
True, true. But with that said, that'll be all there was for that one. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for trial number 2. Sorrow is going to be cracking out the Plague, and I spy with my little eye a perk that makes you broken permanently. Pally, what am I looking at here?
I ain't saying nothing.
You ain't saying nothing? We see Thanatophobia's already...
You'll hear no mither from me. Okay?
About to say,
nothing.
permanent 2% slowdown with Thanatophobia. It's like the killer knew what was coming. It's like, you know what? I want permanent 2% regression. Which, to be fair, is
And that
actually 2 seconds on a gen. That's like almost a full 2 seconds extra on a gen the survivors have to work on. So, you know, value.
and that doesn't sound like much. That can mean the world.
I have seen so many games ended by a split-second committed gen, and the killer is like slugging everybody around the gen they commit to it. So, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
See, like, it's seeing similar to the last match where survivors definitely doing a good job hiding out inside the corrupt zone against the play, but they find the Nancy immediately about a minute into the game, and they're like, you know what, here, you can have this, and leaves.
Yeah, hold this for me, Nancy. Here, we see we have a corrupt here. Not a great corrupt, not a terrible corrupt. Average.
Yeah, I'm about to say, this is a fairly standard corrupt. I would say, I don't think the Plague would want to hold this side. Oh, well,
No.
maybe with that central gen, but yeah, the far side gen is quite far away.
Yeah.
Ace spreading out to the other side, already working on a gen. Claudette, looks like everybody's heading towards that choke point right now as Plague is heading back over here. I see that gen does have progress, but where is that slippery survivor? Expecting them to go behind Shaq. We'll see if they did. That crow flew up. Do they not see the ace?
I'm wondering.
They didn't see the crow or the ace.
Okay.
Ace getting away scot-free. Wow.
I thought for
Stealth
sure.
100.
I thought for sure. They saw him. I thought for sure.
I'm about to say, the Ace must have thought too, because they actually, they ran with the Plague had no idea.
Oof.
And they will
And that's what
start
we're talking
chase.
about with time management here. That extra time they spent not seeing that ace and finding him late like that, that's a third of a gen.
That is. Survivors, looks like we're seeing Nancy finally becoming injured. Ace is infected, first gen going down, and this is not a good start for the killer.
No, it's not.
Survivor is definitely coming out choosing violence. They're like, all right, you guys play pretty well against Singularity. Let's see how we do against Plague. I will say, I've seen Cynic play against and as Plague a lot, so I'm not surprised that they have a significant amount of experience against them.
Oh, for sure.
Plague, I would say, is a comp staple at this point. And I mean, what better combination than, the suffocation pit?
That is true. I won't lie. I'm not a huge fan of Suffo Pit.
I love Suffo Pit. I love watching Suffo Pit. Playing on Suffo Pit, it is a headache. It's so strategic.
Oh no, I love watching other people. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, mining again, but yep. Looks like Claudette knows her check spots and is going to be holding here. Pallet coming. Oh, I thought she just straight greeted it, but she did end up dropping the pallet after all. And she is going to be zoned into the back here, but they've already finished one jet kind of in the middle towards this side of the map. Chasing in this area is not great. Only 6% slowdown. They haven't found Quentin for the full 20, so this is not the full FNAF that they want. You have to break one of these. You can't bloodlust this. This is not bloodlustable.
Yeah. Especially with that pallet still there, you're not going to bloodlust this. And if you are, it's going to take way too much precious time.
Oh my goodness, this Claudette is doing so well right now. This is giving me 1v1 vibes right here. The way that they're just saying, like, you know what? We know you have bloodlust at this point, but I don't actually care. So nut to the side. Do they make it anywhere? They just hold. This is such strong play coming from Claudette.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, W is such a powerful tool. I think people underestimate it.
Oh yeah. Coming through. There's.
Ooh.
Wow, and that gen that they've crossed paths with is almost done. So there's effectively 4 gens done, and they're just now getting their first hook.
Ooh.
40% on this gen as well. Pain Res coming in though is going to give him a little bit of help. It's gonna be the gen that Nancy got chased off of, so it's not going to be the gen that's being worked on actively. And that's not a good 3-gen. That is, it is a 3-gen by definition because they're all on the same side, but this is not the 3-gen you want.
Oof. This plague is in a rough spot.
Quentin did just get infected, so at some point in the near future, there is going to be all 4 survivors infected, and they will probably at that point want to cleanse maybe 1 survivor on the opposite side over here where there's no gens being worked on. They do have a couple of cleanses in their favor. I don't know if you can...
Quentin reading our plague like a book there.
These survivors are playing so disgustingly calm.
Oh yeah, playing
no
as
pressure.
safe as possible.
Yeah, they're just chilling right now.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin soon to be fully infected. Plague's gonna leave off of them, going back to the other side. Ace finishes the 4th generator.
Ooh.
There is a little bit of progress over here. They are gonna drink up from their corrupt purge. They surprisingly not keeping it back there. They're gonna go back to this gen at Water Tower, but I don't think anybody's on it. Quentin was in the area, but that's it. This server is not fully infected yet.
My goodness.
There's the 20% slowdown though. And I imagine we will probably be seeing Ultra cleanse. Maybe Ace is hanging around a pool. Ace is gonna go for the cleanse. Yep. Now to the killer's credit, they only have so many cleanses before they have to start cleansing in your 3-gen, and that's they will honestly probably take the 20% slowdown over cleansing in your 3-gen.
Yeah, but with a 3-gen like this, you have to be fantastic at juggling.
Absolutely.
For lack of a better term.
True. And we are going to see the Devotees Amulet getting a little bit of value here as it's going to add 20 seconds to this Corrupt Purge, as it probably would have ended just about now, going straight through it, getting the Eruption. Ultra is now injured. Plague in potential snowball. They have another 10-20 seconds of their power left. Getting the... Oh my goodness, the R rating coming in so clutch there. They will go straight for the hook. Will...
Go for that hook, because we know that's a pain res hook.
Yep, and... they will be able to stop it from regressing.
Yep.
Or did they? I can't tell if they actually got to that 5% mark, but yeah, another pain res hitting the gen.
I don't think they did.
They did get the
pain
pickup,
res
though.
was everything for our Plague here.
True, and they did get the pickup on the back, though, and so Plague coming back here, reapplying Eruption, breaking some more resources. Plague is slowly climbing their way back, but again, they have so many more things to overcome than just this.
Mm-hmm. It's still not looking great, but there is a little bit more pressure here.
Survivor's doubling the gens, and Plague is sensing it and is going to go over here and try to intercept, but again, what can you do? You're going to chase these 2 off, and another one's going to rotate over, and then one's going to stick on the back gen that has Eruption applied to it. This is going to be a tough comeback scenario for the Plague.
Oof. Nigh impossible.
They do go down. Eruption going to be triggering on the gen that Ace is at. In the meantime...
That's another... Is that another pain res?
It is going to be, potentially. Claudette was coming over here to start working on the gen.
Ooh.
This gen's about to reach its regression limit, though. It's had 2 pain res at least, potentially 3, and it's had an eruption proc on it. It's going to start proccing soon. Immediate
It's
up,
had
however,
3 pain reses and 2 eruptions, I believe.
Yeah, immediate proc, but it's not going to matter. Ace is going to be able to finish their generator in the meantime. However, slugging Ultra, no, they're just going to go for the pick. The question is, how many stages do you need here? And I think the answer is too many.
Yeah.
You need to find Ace and get them down. They do get in chase with Ace here. But there's nobody cleanse back here. There's nothing for you to do. Yeah, you can't commit to that. Nancy coming in for the unhook in the meantime. That's not a face cam, by the way. That is a spectator bug. This killer is not standing there while everybody gets out. However, we will see significant people leaving.
I didn't know that was a bug.
It's been in the game since the dawn of time, actually.
Well, this is the
Look
first...
at the invisible puke.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
there she is.
That's horrifying. This is the first plague, or the second plague game I've called. Or I've casted, so that was the first for me to see that.
Oh, this happens with every killer, not just plague.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still the first time I've seen it.
And I think everyone is getting out here. They're going to try and fully infect Ultra, but it's not going to matter. That's only 1 hook, potentially. Survivors will be taking their W here. Nancy, what you doing, friend? I don't think it's going to end up mattering because... Actually, this might matter.
It might.
Let me do some math in my head. Nancy was only... No. They get away just by a hook stage. If Angels had been hooked once more, this would have been a tie. And it would have been Nancy sticking around the exit gate when they should have left. But... luckily for Nene, that's not going to cost him this game, and Cynic will come out on top, I believe, by a mere 3 points in the end, potentially. But regardless, Cynic will take set number 1 in style. That game was topsy-turvy. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading in for set number 2, trial number 3. Sorrow is going to be once again cracking out Killer, and it's going to be the artist on the Blood Lodge. This is what I'm talking about! The game sense, the understanding of the spawn logic. The 4 crows? Oh, 4 crows. You know, I'm here for it. It's got a lot longer recharge time, but...
Will that come back to bite you in the behind later?
I've seen this add-on used a couple times. It has worked to some degree. Wait, are they gonna go steal this bird? Ultra, the cheeky... Oh my goodness, he was gonna steal that bird. He was totally gonna steal that bird. And missing just narrowly through main building. Setting up for the long vault, but it's not gonna take it. It's gonna instead go... Oh my goodness. The pathing here is immaculate, going right back to the tile.
My goodness.
Narrowly missing.
Our Quentin here is doing fantastic.
Quentin's absolutely out of their mind. And again, holding W through it. Art is going to try and zone the Quentin away, but... Again, you just hold it. Now, you will have to take this crow, and I think they're... They held it! And she didn't fire, instead taking the M1.
Ooh. I think that was a big brain play, honestly.
Honestly, I think you might be right here. We see yellow on that gen in the distance, and it's not Discordance. It is going to be Eruption. Question is it going to come to help them or not? Let's say they make it to long wall. Quentin calling off the body block.
Oh,
I don't know if I would have called off that body block. That was narrow.
That would have hit me. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness.
But ultimately blocked off, and you can't really afford to take the top without balance landing, and that will be first hook coming in. Eruption going off in the distance, and Ace possibly going to finish this gen. Not a pain resonance. Instead, it's going to pop it. Looks like Kate going to be setting up for the unhook potentially.
I was going to say, does our artist just not see this?
I don't think they care.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to harass overs on the generator at the moment, which is Nancy. And Nancy working on the gen right now.
That's one thing Artist is really good at that not many other killers are good at. She can harass gens from across the map.
I want to say at some point we had considered banning Pain Res against it, but I think we ended up just banning Dead Man Switch instead, which I think makes more sense overall. But yeah, no, and what's crazy is Artist didn't end up hitting with Pain Res, so possibly saving it for later. Holding the second stage, if at all possible, keeping the center gen being occupied. I think they're going to come in for a last second save. I think they're setting up Ace for a last second save.
That's the way it's looking.
Yep. Coming in last possible second, but body blocks coming
trying
in.
to secure that second state. Oh, no. They do. Wow. Barely.
Honestly, if once the second save was secured, I think it would have called off the unhook potentially.
I think now's the time, now that we got that second state secured, where we go for the tunnel.
No, absolutely. That is as artists plan every single time. And I don't know what they... Yeah, but I say only thing they can do is just run to the corner. They can double up on main building gen, try and get it out. Nancy coming in for the body block, though. Great idea, rotating off. And I think, yeah, but I say Nancy should absolutely be able to take the aggro here. And in fact, I think you take the down. I don't... Well, no, they're not going to be taking the down. They're just going to let him get the
Quentin
fun
did
bus.
not get a lot of distance there.
Oh my goodness, the looping from Quentin is immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it does make sense, as I do believe when it comes their time, they will be playing Artist.
As a predominantly killer player, it hurts to see a survivor this good.
You know, I tend to agree. Oh my goodness, not vaulting over the pallet and once again missing. Artist, sorry, you gotta break this pallet. There's no way around it. I don't think you're gonna be able to just, you know... What's it called when the magician, like, throws swords through the box? Like, that's what the artist is doing right now, and it's not working out.
Throw swords through... I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, when the magician has a volunteer in a box and they start sticking, you know, knives and swords through the box, like, oh, that's supposed to kill her, but it's actually not, you know. They're taking the birds!
Oh my goodness.
Quentin, however, in a bit of a predicament, but managing to hold W through it. Another body block coming in potentially. No, but they dispelled the birds, and Kate able to go and take another body block. Oh my goodness.
Now, at this point, would it have been worth it just to go after the Nancy?
So I will say, I think I respect the commitment to this tunnel out, but
is it costing them more than it's getting them?
Well, if you can get it to the 3v1, even if you have one gen remaining, a 3 head on coming through with the blind. No!
Oh,
Cynic is giving a lesson in how to take on the artist right now, and I am absolutely flabbergasted. However, this might be... It's too far away. Ace body blocking in the meantime. This is filthy.
Oh my goodness.
And they do finish the 4th gen. But I say, if you can make this a 3v1, even at 1 gen remaining, it is still feasible for artists to come out on top with proper macro play. But survivors just are not giving them Quentin. They're like, nah, you can't have him. And look at that. Once again, not able to follow up with the shotgun. Nancy in the wing, ready for the body block once again. The rotations from these survivors are so good.
They are protecting the president is what they're doing.
They really are. Quentin, go out and buy a lottery ticket, buddy. You are the luckiest survivor. Your team is doing the Lord's work.
He finally goes down.
I would be so scared of it, but no, it's not going to matter. We do see Noah coming in. Ooh. Blind coming in as well, letting the survivor get distance. And I imagine survivors already on the exit gate. Kate running away, Nancy running away. Ace, 20% on the exit gate. Kate is the one in fire. Swinging through the pallets.
Yeah, the thing about Noah is you got to get that hit, and with pallets like this, that is easier said than done.
Absolutely, but this is a less than safe pallet, especially with 4% speed. Just gonna eat the crow like, yeah, sure, this is fine.
Yep. Just saying, I got your crow right here, you know?
True. But getting hit over the top. I think you take your outs here. I would be happy. They're cleansing no win! They can reset and get outs.
Ain't no way.
And Ace cleansing this one to get inner healing value so they can reset independently of Nancy.
That's illegal.
Okay. Where's the other exit gate? Is the exit gate nearby? If the exit gate is too far, I would be scared to go for this unhook. Where is... Yeah,
both exit gates are like cross map.
I do not know if you go for this attempt. This
leave.
And here's the thing. You have a great score. This is going to be a 16-12 score in favor of the survivor. Yeah. You do not want to give them... Hold on. What was the path of that bird? Do you see the path of that bird? It's over the top of the garbage.
Yep.
It does a little like... Okay, anyway, just side note.
You've never seen that before?
Yeah, you take the outs. Take the outs, absolutely. Because if you give them another hook, that's a tie. That's a tie score if you give them another hook and they get a 2K7. That's a tie score. Survivors
Keep your
played.
up.
Oh my goodness, the Survivors played this so well.
Yep. That was one of the best displays of looping an artist I have ever seen from that Quentin.
That was crazy.
And the
that
rotations for the body blocks, mind blowing.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. It is trial number 4, Cynic Ultra. Again, with Ultra's performance from the last game, getting to crack out the artist, I would be feeling pretty confident at the moment.
Oh yeah, if I'm, listen, I'm feeling a lot of pressure if I am these survivors.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Sorrow has to play a masterful game here to make it to the tie breaks, and I would not want to be in the chase, but we have seen teams, live up to the pressure, fight through it, and accomplish it, but it's going to be a tough notion. But immediately getting a tag on Renata with the birds, going into main, but this might be a tag right off the bats. No, they dodge.
See, we have Corrupt here. That is not a great Corrupt, but also not a bad one.
I'm about to say it's kind of average. I would say it's an average one. Ooh,
For
vaulting
blood,
over.
Ooh, that hits me every day.
That was a brutal miss.
Yep.
And they do correctly go to the next tile, as that pallet being down is not safe against Artis. That is not where you want to be. Driving him back into the pallet, not taking the pallet, instead going to take the M1, going to the Corrupt zone really deep into the pocket, and that is exactly where you want to chase this Renato. They're not giving them anything for free. Another really good pallet to be worked on until it's dropped. They do drop it. Quick and quiet coming in.
Oh my goodness.
This might be the head-on player.
It might be. That was, yeah, that was quick and quiet. It's definitely a head-on player, I would say.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, the fake. I knew it was coming too, and I felt it.
Renato actually doing some juicing here. Bloodlust 2 coming in first gen, falling. Oh,
again.
Expecting the pallet, but not going for it. Holding W.
The grade.
They were trying to come in for a body block, but Renato not able to last long enough. I know that, imagine another gen, probably 50. No,
oh my
they
goodness.
have 3 gens ready.
Oh my god. Well, that was a long chase. It didn't seem like it, but that was a long chase.
That really was. Apparently at least 90 seconds, as 3 gens have finished. Sorrow well on their way to matching the result, but as this is the thing with Corrupt Intervention, they still have the corrupted gens on their side. Ruin, however, on the other side of the map, so at some point it could get cleansed. Getting a tag on Ace, but that's the thing too, is that you can't leave this hook too early. If they, you really have to hope that you can cat and mouse this gen over here. Nia setting up for the unhook. Nancy working on the one at Shack. They need to cleanse Ruin. Ruin's gonna do so much work against this gen here.
Yep.
Oh, they felt the killer instinct on that one. Nia.
This is a problem because I think they have enough time to do 2 gens and get a 3 out.
Not this
potentially.
gen. They're gonna secure second stage here. I think they're gonna leave.
Okay.
No? Are they gonna continue? Okay, so they do get the tag, and yeah, Nia is gonna go for the unhook on Renato. Renato is death hook, and they're lining up another crow. Not gonna commit to that shot. Yeah, Ace is able to get rid of the crows and dispel them. Does Nia reset the Renato? They do. That's gonna be huge.
Oh boy.
2 noise notifications. Which one is the Renato? So they choose
but at
correctly.
At the same time, remember what happened when when the previous artist tried tunneling the Quentin last round?
True.
Is it smart to go for the tunnel against someone you know can play the game?
Depends on how much time
you think
you have. Nia,
and I don't think there's enough time.
They took a crow for Renato. Now they're gonna go back to the hill gen. Oh no! But they do have Noed in the background.
But where is it? Is the question.
Oh no! Nancy's here too.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, it's all falling apart. It's all falling apart.
This is horrible news.
Renato is coming in for the pickup. They can't afford to go down in place of Nancy. The question is, do they get the heal speed for it? I don't think it's going to be in time, and that's another 2 hooks.
If I'm this artist, I'm going after those scratch marks.
How much can you afford, though? Oh, they thought they might be cleansing Noah.
Oh,
Seeing the cleansing
no.
Noah. They see the opening door. They know where Nia is. Oh, but I say, if they got the blind on that, that would have been so cheeky. They're not done and out yet. They can still... I think they can afford one more person to be hooked. If one more person gets hooked, that's not fresh. If Nia gets hooked, it's over. If any other survivor gets hooked here, I think it's fine. Because I think they're currently sitting at 11 points total. They need one other person to take a hook. But the problem is, they have to get everybody out. They have to all leave.
I think it's worth noting, too.
Oh, no, it's
there is a pain resin play that never got used.
Yeah, there's... no pain res value whatsoever.
None.
Wait! Ruin was on the other side this whole time, so the Noed's right by the hook.
Yep.
And they see Nia trying to bait out the sprint burst, but not going to fall for it. They need to come in soon. They can't afford for this to go to second stage. And they don't have Noed cleanse. They need to get Renato to get in, get the unhook, and have them take the down.
Yep. They can afford to take that death.
Oh, they're trying to get Renato to sacrifice for the Noed. Nia, you...
Oh, no!
You flew too close to the sun.
Oh, that's bad.
Ace also
That's
flew too
really
close to the
bad.
sun.
That's a throw.
This is definitely lights out. All they have to do is hook Nia. All they have to do is hook Nia.
Do they know? Yes, they know. Oh, no.
Yeah, I think Ultra's aware of the win condition here. And even then, you have Ace. You don't even have to sit here and camp it. You can just take Nia.
Yep.
Renato leaving towards the exits.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, you had to try something. With Noah being right there, you had to try something, but that is not going to be enough. And Cynic is going to be able to take set number 2. They have the points.
Yep.
That's incredible.
That was so close to going completely the other direction. Wow.
Sorrow did good. Sorrow did real good, but the end game just wasn't there.
Yep.
I'm
that
wondering...
Noed spawn was god tier.
You know what? You know what I bet? Because Noed is not always common, especially with the current meta, I guarantee you they thought that this build was Corrupt Intervention, Pain Res Ruin, and Eruption. I bet you they thought, oh, we won't cleanse Ruin so they don't get Eruption value. And no, they had Noed. To be fair, the previous killer also had Noed. I think Noed's not a bad pick on artists, but maybe they were just thinking that if they have Noed, they have Noed. We just can't deal with it? Like, I don't know. That's tough.
But the Noed here was god tier.
Oh, yeah, clutch Noed. Clutch Noed. It also helped that you had 2 survivors in the relative vicinity of Noed. Nancy flew way too close. She should not have been near Ace, I think. I think that might have been the issue.
Oof.
But regardless,